Hello and welcome to the Nexus Report on this fine Tuesday morning. We are back with an all-new show. We got a lot of updates, and sitting next to me, as always, is Stephen Frost. How are you doing, buddy?
Hey, I'm good, man. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing really well. We got a lot of stuff to go over.
So,
and
point number one. Intro to the show on here. It says, banter, as usual. Frost is as metal as wood, ellipses, not at all. Hashtag dad jokes. Let me tell you, the thing about using a hashtag is that it has to be on a social media network.
It works.
It doesn't work on paper.
It works. Hashtag dad jokes. Look, I just clicked that, and I'm transported right into everyone else that used hashtag dad jokes.
Here's the thing. I'm actually glad that nobody can click that because that was awful.
I thought it was funny. I was giggling to myself at my desk when I was typing.
You're the only one.
Well, that's fine. Yeah. That joke was a sniper. Just got one.
Yeah,
sniper shot. Just got one.
Let's move on.
Okay, that's 2 for 2.
Yeah.
We are going to be talking about some dungeons and raids with the dungeon raid lead designer, Brett Scheinert. He is here. He is here in the studio today. By in the studio, I mean he's sitting 3 feet to my left, just off camera. And we're excited to shift him over those 3 feet and start talking to him. But first, we've got some updates. We've also got fan art today. We've got some in real life fan art. Very excited about that. And epic moment of the week. And Shadow Blades has finally arrived. I put out the call last week, or 2 weeks ago maybe. I wanted to see someone design Shadow Blades. Like, I just wanted to see like a cool image of it. Yeah, a good rendering of Shadow Blades. And Salty Okra has answered the call, and I'm excited to show you that. It's going to be at the end of the fan art segment today. And I got another announcement for that, so it's going to be great. It's going to be great. Throughout the show today, if you have any questions at all, please hit us up on Twitter, at Tony Ray, at Stephen Frost. Also, hit us up in Twitch chat. We're going to be pulling questions that will be showing up on the screen all throughout the show to get your questions answered today. So let's get right into some WildStar updates, because we got a few of those. The fight against the botters continues. This is kind of a weekly thing that we're always doing. We're always looking for botters, and we're getting better at it. I think, there's like a trial and error period. We're getting better at it. That's all I can say.
Yeah, Jeremy Gaffney posted something on Reddit, our WildStar subreddit. If you check out that stuff, you can learn all sorts of fun information and facts about who got banned and how they're getting banned, and the process of how we get rid of these botting SOBs. But so far it's definitely been improving. We've been seeing a lot less tickets regarding that stuff. So if you do see any, please definitely let us know by doing a /ticket. And if you get that person's name, we'll investigate, look into it, and ban as needed. The
main thing that we want to get across is it's so important for you to have a 2-factor authorization. We have that available to you. We're offering you an XP bonus when you're doing it.
Yep.
So please use that system. If you think it's a pain in the butt, it's a lot less of a pain in the butt than getting your account hacked. That's for sure. So please get that. If you haven't already enabled that, please do, because that will protect you, and that's one of our main areas of defense. Also, if you're botting, here's a little Tony tip for you. If you're botting, don't go to the forums and post that this is ridiculous. I only botted a couple times and I got my account banned.
Yeah, dude.
Because Cougar will come down and land on you like a rock sent from the heavens of game surveillance. He threw down the gauntlet last week.
Oh, dude.
Oh, God, it was so great.
Dude, Cougar was like, wow. Like, he just went super crazy.
We let him out of the cage, and he went nuts. It was great. I mean, he really didn't. But he was like, okay, look, if you want to talk about your account, let me tell you about your account. You were caught batting here. You were caught botting here. You were caught botting here. When you do that, we're gonna ban you. So, please, have some common sense, people. If you're gonna bot and try and cheat at this game, don't go posting about it, because we will post right back. Very happy with Cougar on that one. That was pretty funny. Highlight of my week. Richie Procopio made an excellent video.
AKA Bog Otter.
Yeah, thank you. AKA Bog Otter on YouTube. Made an excellent video on the YouTubes, and it's all about what is there to do once you hit level 50. And there is a lot. It's a long video, very detailed. The link is below. Check that out. It's a long link, but he is Bog Otter on YouTube. And so go check that out today. This is really well done. All of Bog Otter's stuff is really well done.
Yeah, no, it's great.
Yeah.
He's been covering WildStar for quite some time. He does some Guild Wars 2 stuff as well. It's really good. So yeah, if you're into either of those games, I would say follow that guy on YouTube because it's good stuff.
For sure. Continuing some community news, there was a community scavenger hunt on the forums yesterday, and that was completely organized by the community. Yeah. It was a little like hidden because it was on like the PvP server. It was on one of the servers on the forum boards, and so I didn't see it until it was too late. But yeah, that was done by Tarot Wrist. See that? See what he did there? That's his username, Tarot Wrist. Anyway, he did that. He created this whole housing plot.
Well, what was the prize, first of all? Because that's the thing that people care about, right? It's like, oh, there's a scavenger hunt. Great, I can find things around.
Whoopee, what am I getting?
What did they get?
He was giving away 5 cred.
That's pretty awesome.
5 cred. That's a lot. That's a lot.
That's a month of playing WildStar for freezies.
You're damn right.
Yeah. Or 5
That's 5 months. 5 months. That's 5. That's a lot of money, people. All right, and he just did it just because he wanted to. He hid little golden skulls all over his housing plot. They were tiny and they were definitely hard to find. Yeah. He hid them all. He hid 5 of them around, and if you found them all, you found them all. If you found one, you found one. Whatever. Just he invited people to come out, and it was a lot of fun. So yeah, thank you, Tarot Wrist, for doing that. It was a lot of fun. And if any of you have any similar ideas or anything like that, you want to set something up with the community, let us know. We'd love to support you. You know, we'll blast it out on our social media channels, or we'll help elevate your forum posts or whatever, and I'll post in there. I'd love to help support any kind of community-driven events like that. That's a lot of fun, and you guys putting the work in to set that stuff up. That's awesome. So definitely let us know next time, and I'll try and help out as much as we can as a community team.
Yeah.
All right. Big news for this week. One of the biggest updates that we have is the Face Snuggler is finally live. Oh yes, this disgusting looking hat is pretty epic looking.
It's basically a strain-infected. There, we got it up on the screen. There, you can see it. It says strain-infected squirg. Squirg are in White Veil. If you haven't played up to White Veil yet, you get to have basically a zombie apocalypse where those things just kind of latch onto your head and control your thoughts and mind and make you move in weird ways and like that.
What was that noise?
It's a zombie noise.
It's the Squidora. Is that what
the Squidora hat?
Squidora, yeah.
Dad jokes. I didn't make one.
Squidora.
So,
I like
it's
that.
A Squidora. It's
yeah.
good.
Little tip of the hat. The fedoras are nice hats. Not enough guys wear them anymore. I used to wear one. Okay, don't you huff and puff at me over there. Everyone's like, yeah, it's a deep sigh off screen. But yes, they were given out as kind of like a celebration of people who were joined us for our first month as a live game. It was very cool. So that was kind of our little gift back to the community that helped support us in our first month. It was a lot of fun.
On top of brand new zone, on top of new costume, on top of new mount, on top of
no one cares about any of that. They just want the Squidora.
Yeah.
Just want the Squidora. Another big late-breaking news, literally just got this before I came in. I had to write it in pen, is the PTR. We're going to be having another drop to the PTR today is what we're hoping for. There's a small chance that it might get pushed to later this week, but all signs are pointing to we're good to go today. So if you don't have PTR, let me tell you something. You want to get PTR. You want to download it because there's some awesome stuff coming in that PTR.
PTR is a public test round, by the way, in case you're not familiar. But basically, it is content that we are going to put on before we actually put it out to the game, and you can test it early. We appreciate that just because we can work out some more bugs and try to find any sort of issues with it. So definitely hop on there if you want to get a little spoiler into what's coming for WildStar content.
And last month, the people who jumped on PTR got us a nice little surprise, some extra boom boxes. So who knows? Who knows what might happen this month?
Don't know.
You know what I'm saying? So get that PTR, download it today, because like I said, that update should be coming today. There's a very small chance that will happen this week, but it is coming, it is here, and there's some good stuff in there. Some of it we'll actually be talking to Brett Scheinert when we come back right after this. Get your questions in the Twitch chat or on Twitter, at Twitterate, at Stephen Frost, and we'll be checking those throughout the show. So get that ready, and we'll be right back after this little trailer.
I don't believe it. Planet Nexus now lies before us.
We're approaching the Elven facility. Cambot 1, Cambot 2. You getting this?
Our work on this planet is something greater. It is something truly divine.
We shall reveal the ancient secrets of Nexus.
Ever get a feeling something's seriously wrong?
This is not good. Not good at all. By the gods, you are beautiful.
I will show you what true power is.
Soon all will become clear.
Hello and welcome back. I am joined by I can't look at you without laughing, and that has nothing to do with the hat. With Brett Scheinert. How are you doing, man?
I'm doing good.
This
Excited
is
to be
actually,
here.
Yeah, I'm glad you're back here. I think you're a three-peater now, right? This
Yes.
is your third time.
Yeah, man.
Damn, MVP. I don't think we've had anyone on as much as you.
Maybe
I'm just
Jen.
special.
Maybe Jen. Maybe Jen Gordy. Well, you guys are all a part of the MVP class in my heart. That's what it is.
Mount Rushmore.
Yes. So what you're wearing is actually part of the in real life fan art that was brought to us today by OnRes. He came here. He was passing by on his way to San Diego. Wanted to drop some stuff off. I've got more stuff for you in the fan art section, but this is a cool little piece that he calls it Frostbite.
No, Frostonite.
Frostonite. Thank you.
It's so adorable that I can't get near it.
Yes. it's so cute and cuddly and
Yeah.
ooh, look at that little nose. Look at that little nose. I'm picking
Can
that
we
nose.
stop?
I'm
Can we
picking that
stop
nose.
this?
Okay.
Please.
Sorry.
Don't. It's killing me inside.
I know. So, Brett, we've got a lot of questions for you, and a
Sure.
lot of people in chat. We've got a ton of questions lined up to ask
Well,
you.
I want to point out something really quick in chat. I don't
Of
know
course
who you
you
are.
would.
I don't know who you are. Someone's like, old trailer is old. And then they hit enter and then put it in there. We have so many trailers for this game and so many like things. It's been out for like a month.
Yeah.
People,
It's not that old.
we have so many things. Like seriously, go to our YouTube channel. We have so many videos. I apologize that we don't have something that's more than 2 weeks old.
I want a new trailer every 2.5 weeks, damn it. I will call you out in chat.
That's basically what they get.
I know.
With all our monthly updates.
I know. There's so many.
True.
What is this? A month old? That's my scoff.
Oh, God. Leave it to you to call them out.
I'm just saying, like, come on, guys. This is, jeez.
Okay, well, now we're going to have questions. So if you have a question, anything about dungeons, raids, or the game in general, really, we can pretty much answer anything up here. Just put it in Twitch chat, and we will be pulling questions. We have a nice little doc open that we're going to be answering all your questions today. We got a lot to talk about and some exciting B-roll of dungeons and raiding. So that's all fun. So Brett, I want to start this off. This has been the first month that we've been a live game. It's just over a month now. What has been some of like the most exciting moments in raiding for the first month?
I mean, for us, like, I really like watching all of the guilds working through the attunement process, getting into genetic archives, making progress, killing bosses, all that stuff
let's
like
talk
that.
about,
Like,
for people that don't know what the attunement process is, what is the attunement process? Because it is absolutely brutal.
let's see. You have to get exalted with your faction, Exile or Dominion. There's a handful of solo quests. You have to get silver in every veteran adventure. You have to get silver in every veteran dungeon. A handful of solo quests, and then you have to kill 12 different world bosses. Then you can zone into genetic archives, and you have to kill Dreadphage Omna. Then you have to collect 300 partial primal patterns, and then you can zone into Datascape. I think it's like 14 steps.
Are you freaking kidding me? I didn't even know it was that intense. That is nuts.
A bunch of it took a couple weeks, and then a bunch of guilds started getting into genetic archives. It's been a couple more weeks, and they've started making good progress. I think 5 guilds have killed Omna at this point, which is really cool. And like it's been really exciting. There's also been a bunch of fights that have come down to the wire, and those sorts of finishes and stuff were really what we were aiming for. Of like, they're really exciting. Like, 5 more seconds and we're all dead, but we killed the boss. You know, I saw one guild wipe on the second boss, Kurlak, at 3.3k HP, so 3,300 health left out of 29 million, and they wiped. And then another guild killed her when everyone wiped, but their Stalker tank's last stand procced, and so he lived for like 5 more seconds, and then the dots on the boss killed her.
Nice.
So basically the entire raid was dead, and then the boss died. And so in their stream when they were doing it, I believe the guild was Codex, it was like everyone's going, it's like killer, killer, killer. Oh, yay! It is really awesome.
That's cool. So when you say like you're watching these guilds do this, the raid team is watching a lot of live streams, right?
Yes, we watch a lot of live streams. We also have a few observer accounts, so we can actually watch in game and just not tell you.
It's a lot of creeper stuff going on in the raid pit.
Like John Cusack style. I always bring a boombox and leather jacket and some rain, some Peter Gabriel. Yeah,
that's intense. It's really intense. He does do that. He walks around, and that's all he wears is just a leather jacket.
Yes. Except every time I'm on the live stream.
Yeah, I appreciate it. So, oh my God, whoa! Wow! Did you like power that thing up? Was that CO2 rigged? Like, what the hell?
I know, man. Dude,
that shot way faster than normal.
That could actually hurt someone.
Why did I get shot for him dressing in the nude?
Okay, let's.
Wait, what?
I'm kidding.
Why? I don't want to get.
That never came up.
I didn't do that.
And how, like, that doesn't make sense. Dressing in the nude. That doesn't make any sense at all.
I'm going to ask a question.
Okay.
Because this is ridiculous.
I'm going to ask a question.
Ball rage? There we go. Whatever.
What'd you ask?
When will the dungeon medal changes be in? So this has been something that has been kind of contested. Maybe you can actually, Brett, you can answer this question, but also explain a little bit where this question is coming from.
Okay, so one of the issues players have been complaining about on live, and I think it's valid, is they feel like in order to get the best rewards from the veteran dungeons and adventures, they have to get gold medals, because each dungeon adventure has bronze, silver, gold medals that you can get when you complete it, and the player, because the best items were attached to gold medals, is creating a somewhat toxic environment where players would simply drop group if they didn't get gold, or as soon as gold was out of reach. And so what Joe Pye's team has gone in and done is reworked all of the loot tables so that the loot is not specifically for each medal. Each medal gives you more chances at loot. So if you get a gold medal, you're going to get a lot more loot than you would otherwise, but it will not be guaranteed this is the only way to get this item. You could still get a bronze medal and get some of the best items. Your percent chance will just be lower. And the goal for this is to help improve and I guess get rid of some of the toxic gameplay and stuff like that. We're looking at some other ways to improve the system further on the dungeon and adventure side to improve like how we track the medal system, but those changes are farther out because they require some pretty significant back-end stuff. The medal changes themselves, unfortunately, are probably still a week or two away. I asked him about it this morning, and he said that they have made the changes and they have a testing request was created for QA. So we still have to go through, get them all tested, make sure there's no bugs. If there are, fix those, and then promote them up and hopefully get them hot fixed out in the next week or two.
Yeah.
Awesome. And that was from the user, the fan was ball rage.
Is it Ball Rage?
Ball Rage.
Ball Rage.
Yeah.
It's a 1L, so.
Okay, yeah. Ball
Rage.
Ball. It's Ball Rage.
Ball Rage. Whatever.
Ball Rage. Next question is from Chili Bam. That's a cool name. We just all got deleted. There we go. Can you please explain raid gear progression? Is GA considered T1 and Datascape considered T2, or are they separate?
There's not a clear like this is the yes no sort of thing. Our item system doesn't really have tier gear as much as some other games do. The Genetic Archives gear is all epic and has, I guess, first tier epic stats and stuff like that. The Dayscape gear is better, and then it's also legendary, so it is a full tier above all of the Genetic Archives gear. So it's going to have better stats. It's going to potentially have more rune slots and more armor and all that stuff kind of across the board. So it is better. I don't know if I would describe them as like different tiers of gear. It has different appearances as well. The Datascape stuff is unique armor appearances, and they look pretty awesome.
All right, awesome.
Except for Stalkers, because nobody likes Stalkers.
Whoa.
I do.
I like Stalkers. Yeah. You're a fan of Stalkers. You play Stalkers quite a bit.
Although I would say that normally what I do use Stalkers for is my PvP stuff, and then Warriors for dungeon stuff.
Yeah.
Just put
Warriors
that out
pretty
there.
good.
Yeah.
The medic set looks the best, just FYI.
That is opinion.
Yeah, but my opinion's the
presenting it
best.
as fact. My opinion. Brett Scheinert. My opinion's the best. Nick for the win on Twitch is asking, being a member of one of the 5 guilds that have killed Omna, the fight is extremely buggy, and you seem to be able to break her script doing specific things. Any plans to make changes to her now, even after guilds have killed her?
Yes, we are still. There are a bunch more bug fixes coming relatively soon. Some of the issues with the fight are the platforms around her are actually platforms, which is a type of moving object in WildStar, and that caused some unforeseen issues on the back end with the way the game handles player movement and spells and stuff on platforms. Like Engineer's Bolt Caster behaves weirdly when you're fighting there. That's going to take a little bit longer to fix. We have engineering looking at it, but that's not a quick, easy thing for us to just be like, oh, this spell is now flagged differently and will work. So we're going to try and fix that stuff up. We've already made a whole bunch of improvements to the fight to fix up some of the issues players were seeing when they first got to her. Additionally, we're going to make some additional changes. A lot of the strategies for killing her right now, players kind of describe them as basically YOLO. You get to the final phase, and she has a giant line torrent thing that goes one direction or the other, and players stand on one side of it. And if it goes the other way, awesome, we live, we kill her. And if it drives over the players, it just kills them all, and they try again. And we don't want our fights to come down to RNG, basically like that. And so we're going to make a few tweaks to that final phase so that players don't feel like they have to like each pull, like go through this really hard fight, get to the end, and then roll the dice and be like, no, I rolled the wrong way, and now we die. Because that's not fun. So we're gonna tweak that to try and clean that stuff up for sure. And we will end up doing that with any fight where issues come up in the future as well. So
Ooh, awesome.
So this is from Corrupt. What's up, Corrupt? Is there an ETA for web-based progression standings, or can Carbine release the data so we can build something as a community?
there is an ETA, but we haven't announced it publicly, so I'm not going to tell you what that ETA is. But that is something we are looking at building, like leaderboards, armory, sort of that sort of API backend stuff, so that we can add that to the game in a future date, because that's something we're really excited about. And this was something that is going to come up later, but I'll tease it now. One of the upcoming dungeons we actually built sort of around the idea of having like leaderboards and rankings and stuff like that, so that the way the dungeon is set up like lends itself towards that sort of system, so that hopefully we can have them like tie in together and really kind of like promote each other across the different platforms.
I love a leaderboard system because it really does motivate me like nothing else. Competition and seeing where I stack up or where I don't stack up. I love that. We're actually showing some B-roll of some of the dungeon stuff that we had from earlier. Where was this footage from?
So this was something that during beta, some of the marketing brand team asked me to get some footage from some of the raids running Genetic Archives, and because they wanted to use it as sort of a thing with the press to sort of show some footage while the press asked questions, and I kind of explained what was going on for some of the raids. And the guild that ended up helping me out with this was a guild, Enigma, who actually got the world first Omni kill. So congratulations, guys. And
by the way, you're seeing a character, or you were seeing a character flying on screen. That is
that's
us
me. Yeah.
flying
Okay.
around to
Yeah.
show that.
Our cinematics team would really want me to point this out. This is just me with Fraps, like flying around, following the guild as they did stuff. So the camera footage is going to be way worse than our cinematics team can do. I see them nodding in the background. So they were kind enough to just kind of go on to one of our beta realms and like pull some bosses. I kind of pulled them through the zone so they could pull different stuff so we could have footage of all the different bosses. What I did for this footage though, because there was like 3 hours of footage total or something like that, is I edited it down. So basically the only thing in this B-roll is them wiping on all of these bosses over and over and over. And I didn't cut anything out either, by the way. They didn't kill any of these things while I was filming. They just wiped on all of them until we went to the next boss.
Fun. I bet that was a good day for them. We got another question from Tesius. The next patch is focused on PvP, but will we see dungeon/adventures adventure fixes and tweaks as well?
Yes.
Man, I stumbled through that question.
You were all over the place. How much have you had to touch is my question.
The adventure team is a different team, but I know they're still working on fixes and stuff. The dungeon stuff, we are constantly looking to fix bugs, improve the experience going through each one.
Just because there's new content doesn't mean everybody else in the company is like,
yes,
meh, I'm just gonna take a nap.
Yes, we're
like, there's bug fixes going in constantly. I think we had like something like 1,000 bug fixes in the last patch, for example.
I already have a big list of stuff that's going to be
that.
coming in patch 2.
Yeah.
So hopefully this stuff will continue to get better and better as we go forward. Thank you guys for being, I guess, somewhat patient. We're a new game. There's going to be lots of growing pains. And I know it can be frustrating, but we're trying to do our best to get this stuff cleaned up.
Yeah, mind you, this is also not, if you've played an MMO before, this is pretty much par for the course. I mean, this is such a massive game, and MMOs in general are so huge that there's so many things that could potentially go wrong in little areas.
Yes.
So, this is something that, you're always going to see, I think, no matter when an MMO releases at all. I mean, par for the course. But I think actually we've done a pretty good job on reacting to that stuff and listening to people
and trying to tell you like where exactly we're at. I mean, like that. This is a definite problem in a lot of MMOs, but we're pretty open about it. We're going to tell you kind of like it is, how it is, and not try and sugarcoat things too much or try and keep things from you. We're very transparent in that, so that's
it's nice sugarcoated.
What was that?
That looks more like salt.
Yeah, it's definitely salt.
It's
what kind of sugar comes in a sugar? Sugar is in a big bag, not in a shaker. You don't have a shaker. Can you pass the sugar shaker, please? No, you never hear that.
We sugarcoat it. Frost pours salt on the wound.
There you go. That's perfect.
It's probably accurate.
Next question is from Brad Wan. What is the Dungeon and Raids team's favorite beer?
I can't speak for the other guys. For me, it's Newcastle, unless it's on tap, in which case I'm a big fan of Guinness. Both
really?
of those are very good.
You like the dark stuff?
Yes, always better.
Going with the import beers.
What do you got?
Kind of depends on my mood. I like Fat Tire quite a bit.
That's good.
There's also a Big Wave that's put out by I can't remember.
I've had that before.
Big Wave's really good.
Big Wave is good.
It's a local brewery.
But let me tell you what the best beer is. Sam Adams Boston Lager.
Are you talking Red Brick? Or
Brick Red.
Brick Red.
Brick Red is some Sam Adams beer that they only make in Boston, and I have it exclusively when I go to PAX East, and a lot of it. Oh, I love me some Sam Adams. Damn! It's my favorite beer. So good. I do the tour of the brewery every year. Anyway, moving on. We definitely need to log in, but I wanted to ask you one question. So, you teased it a little bit about the new content.
Yeah.
What do we have to look forward to as far as new content for Dungeons and Raids?
We have a whole bunch of stuff planned up over the next year and a half, something like that. Of the zones are in obviously varying states of completion. The next time PTR comes up, we're actually going to have a new sort of boss in a box raid encounter for 20-man content, and then we'll also have a level 50 veteran dungeon that is Protostar themed that will be available for testing.
Protostar theme.
Yes,
That's cool.
I'm excited about it. It's pretty ridiculous, as the Protostar always are.
Yeah.
The one thing I wanted to clarify, there was some miscommunication when I said it was on the PTR that people were like, oh sweet, it's going to be in patch 2. That's not the case. For the Dungeon and Raid content, we wanted to unlock it on the PTR as early as possible. If you guys go in and try it, they are both, I guarantee you, going to be very buggy. They have not gone through full art passes. We haven't done a ton of like iteration on them or anything like that. We just wanted to get them available for players in order to do that iteration. They are both still several patches away. We just wanted them available on the PTR so you guys could play them, report bugs, give us feedback on like, even though this event is buggy or not buggy, like it's fun, it's not fun, like this mechanic is super confusing, anything like that, so that we can iterate on those instances as much as we can. And beyond those, that veteran dungeon, we're actually working on a level 10 normal version of that dungeon that will be very different. Some of the feedback we've gotten from players is that by the time they reach, especially level 20 with the dungeons, the difficulty kind of jumps a bit, as Tony can attest. And so we wanted to create something for players. This level 10 dungeon is not going to be on the same difficulty level as a lot of the other dungeon content, but the goal of it is basically as like a training ground for group content. So you can go in, we'll explain like what interrupt armor is, how it works, the way you can benefit by using interrupt armor and then interrupting spells in order to get awesome moments of opportunity against creatures.
And you'll notice it's not nerfing other dungeons because we're reacting to going like, oh, it's too hard, let's nerf it. And it's
Just kind of giving you an early look.
Yeah, it's like, hey guys, we'll train you on how to do this content, as opposed to like, well, let's make it not difficult. You know, like
getting ready
like,
for that hard
that's a lot of what we've seen is people that have really struggled, especially with the early dungeons. Like, I think we could definitely do a better job, and this is what we're aiming to do at this instance, of explaining the mechanics and the sort of gameplay styles that we use in those instances of like interrupt armor, telegraphs, how they work, like group roles so players can get used to like, oh, I'm a tank or a healer, and so I need support power and survivability stats and all that sort of stuff, so that hopefully once groups get to the adventures and dungeons at 15, 20, and then every 5 levels thereafter, they're more used to like working as a group and doing stuff like that.
That's awesome. It's kind of like a Tony's beginner dungeon.
Yes.
Is that what it's called in game? Tony's beginner
that
dungeon?
pains me to hear that.
Is that not Tony's beginner dungeon?
Inside my chest.
Oh, Tony's dungeon training wheels.
Let's.
I can actually one more thing I can add real fast. Players have said we are adding a quest for every dungeon and adventure, so that the first time you clear it while you're leveling, you get a quest that's very basic. It says kill the last boss or finish the instance, I guess, and you get an awesome item reward. We're adding that to each one so that players have more of a reason to go in and kind of say like, oh, sweet, I have a reason to clear Kel'Vareth or Skullcano or whatever and get some sweet rewards as we go through.
Awesome.
Cool. That's real cool.
So this next question is from Axios Immortal, which is an awesome name. For updates, this month PvE, next month PvP? Yes. That's the answer. So what you're going to see next, this coming month, you saw the Strain stuff. We did loads of live streams. You've seen all the videos, all that fun stuff. But we also have a battleground coming next month called Sabotage. We're going to have some more information coming about Sabotage. We don't want to talk about it too early.
Well, Kevin Lee, I had him on last week during WildStar Weekly. We were going through a war plot, and he actually, he didn't go into too much detail, but that was like the first time we announced it live that Sabotage was coming.
So except for in the dev speak.
No.
Yeah, but that was in the dev speak. At the end of it, it was.
I don't listen to dev speaks.
Some of us watch the videos.
I don't want to hear your voice anymore. That's what it is. I hate your voice.
That's not true at all.
I hate you.
I walk in every day, and you know what I see on your computer screen?
What?
The dev speak.
No.
Yeah, you going like this. You're not even saying words. You're just nodding.
Not true.
Gently, and I love it.
It's not
and I'm like,
true.
what are you doing? You're like, nothing.
Nothing, Mom. Get out of here.
That's effectively what it is.
No. It's not what it looks like. This is getting weird.
Moving on. Fast.
Moving on. Yes, PvP is coming. We've got a bunch of new stuff. That's going to be the main drop. Also, back to real quick to what he was talking about. All the new content that Brett just mentioned. The big reason on why to download PTR. Huge. Get a look at brand new dungeons that are coming up and what we have planned. get a look, help us test that, because that is huge stuff that won't be coming out for a while to the live game. So totally worth the PTR download. Totally.
Agreed. So this is from Corrupt again. What up, Corrupt?
Damn. MVP.
Do you plan to continue releasing 20-man dungeons, or will all dungeons after Datascape be 40 mans?
All of our dungeons are going to be 5-man. Although I guess that's kind of a cheesy answer. We will have both. We're going to, right now we have, let's see, I know of at least 6 more raid instances of varying sizes that are in varying stages of development. They're going to be both sizes. We're going to have 20s, 40, kind of whatever, and so that we
as well.
Yeah. So we're going to have 5-man dungeons, 20-man raids, 40-man raids. We're working on that stuff now to keep a hopefully somewhat steady stream. All the raids take a lot longer of content coming towards you guys.
So, kind of following up with that, here's another question. This is from Goober Madsen.
Ooh, that's a good name.
Are there any possible plans for 10-man dungeons?
Not at this point. We'll continue to evaluate that in the future. We launched with 20 and 40, and for the most part, we want to keep the raid sizes consistent. It keeps it a lot simpler for guilds and stuff to say, if we raid, like, these are the sizes we need to support, and when we add more and more random sizes effectively, then it becomes much more complicated to create and balance all that stuff. It also, if we created a single 10-man raid, then we would need to support that size basically in perpetuity going forward. And that, I'm not gonna say we're never gonna do it. Right now we don't have any plans to, because that's a significant amount of work to every additional group size that we support. However, one thing the content team is doing that I think sort of plays towards this is they're creating a bunch of public events in all the new content and zones. Like Blighthaven has a big one around the tree and stuff like that, and a lot of those can support players of a lot of different sizes, including all the world bosses and stuff like that too. And so there is content for groups of that size. Right now, it is not in any of the instances, however. So.
Awesome, sweet. We got another question from Ekander. Any alternative vertical progression for casuals, that cannot complete veteran dungeons or adventures?
Yeah, to some extent. The PvP, there's a lot of different PvP options. There's also
questing.
Yeah, well, so like Blighthaven, the content zone's coming after Blighthaven, of which there are many, and they look very cool. As those zones come out, and there's a bunch of quests and imbuements and rare spawns and public events and a whole bunch of stuff to do in those zones, the item tiers from the levels, or the item tiers from the items that come from those zones will be progressively increasing as the game goes forward. And so there'll be new trade skill recipes. There'll be, like in Blighthaven, for example, there's a bunch of rare spawns, and if you go find them and kill them, they drop items, and those items are actually very cool, and almost all of them have imbuements on them that then are go do something else in Blighthaven to unlock this imbuement and make this item even better.
And usually, I mean, again, Brett, feel free to correct me if I'm wrong here, but you don't, the gear that you need for PvE is there for you, and there's a progression for those things. So
Yes.
if you don't need raid level gear in the PvE environment by comparison, because you need that for raiding. You know what I mean? Like, so
True.
if you want raiding level gear, you should raid. So
Yeah, but there are a bunch of
You have a
sources
way
in
with
order
your
to
words.
improve your gear, and with future content updates and stuff like that, there will be more and more places where you can do that.
yeah. So this is from Mexan Zero. Does everyone in the office dress up as Tony on casual Fridays? So we don't really have a casual Friday, because this is how we
Every day
dress.
is casual.
Yeah, we just dress like this
I
all
mean,
the time.
You've got a particularly beautiful fashion on today. You've got flip flops and socks on today.
I do. They're black socks, and they even have like a pattern on them.
I
them.
think we need that
like
foot
it.
up on the table.
I'm not that flexible.
Let's not do
damn
that. It's a little weird.
Damn it! I really want to
so-
get some leg action in today.
Yeah, so to answer your question, there is no such thing as there's a casual everyday.
And no one dresses up as Tony.
I think by what they mean is casual Fridays, I mean filthy casual. Am I right?
Yes, you are.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
You are a filthy casual.
There's a Fancy Friday, actually.
There is Fancy
Yes,
Friday.
yes,
Yeah, people.
we go the opposite direction because we're a game studio.
Yeah, we're like, we're going to dress up like adults. So there's a Fancy Friday.
Yeah,
and
we
people
take off
dress up.
all our shirts with like funny things on the front of them
Yeah,
and
no.
like
We have
ironic
ties.
expressions. Yeah, we wear ties.
Dresses.
I don't do that because it's just nothing that will get me back in a tie. Hey, we have another question from Trema.
Trama.
2 H's on there. That's why it was wrong.
Trema.
Trema. For future raids, will there be a similar attunement process?
Good question.
There will be an attunement process. It will not be as involved. It will not be nearly as much work as this one is. For the future raids, it will probably end up taking most people maybe about a week or something like that. The plan right now is when we release those instances to have an attunement process that is much easier. That basically gets players, when that raid comes out, all the content that just came out or comes out along the same patch or two as the raid, to go through and do some of that content, basically. Let's say a raid came out with Blighthaven, it would be like, maybe like, go do Blighthaven, do these quests, get some rep in Blighthaven, kill Scorchwing, maybe stuff like that ties the raid into the content that just came out with it. But it will not be nearly as many steps as the current attunement.
Horrific.
process.
Perhaps that's the word.
Thank God. Horrific, yeah.
Horrific.
I've got a question from Twitter from @Cody's182. @Tony Ray, @StemFrost. Any plans on making a perk for players to refer friends that purchase the game?
So, I think so, but I don't think we can talk about it just yet. So, stay tuned.
Stay tuned, Cody's182. Stay
It's a good idea.
tuned. It is a good idea.
Yeah.
I like it. For right now, I'm going to say thank you, Cody's182. Thank you very much. We should have one stream where we just thank everybody. We just say their name and we thank them.
I can't do that.
No, one stream.
An
No,
hour,
that's
an
too
hour of
kind of
randomly
you,
thanking
huh?
people.
Never gonna happen.
No,
I'm
yeah,
sorry.
you
There's
don't-
too many comments like, "Well, old trailer is old." I'm sorry.
Would you?
I'm not gonna.
Would
thank
you let it
old
go?
trailer's old guy.
This guy does not let anything go. If you think for a second, if you tweet @StephenFrost and you tweet him something rude or just rude, he's never gonna let it go. He lets it sit and fester in him until it explodes in an explosion of metal and anger.
I have a stone heart.
It's not true. You're a softie.
Nope. This is a
You're
stone.
a softie in there.
Did you just admit your heart's not metal?
I should. Oh,
But is in fact not a stone heart metal?
I guess. Hey, we got a question from Scruffin. Only you can prevent Scruff, the detective. Scruff McGee, the dog. You know, the dog detective.
If you're gonna pull a
That
reference,
was
know it.
yeah.
That's my thing.
I
They
know.
didn't get there.
I know.
They didn't get
I know.
there.
The
I-
crime dog is not something you should pull out of thin air and mess up.
I know. I'm sorry.
Also, you started to ask if you were the only one that could put
I
in
know,
forest
shut up,
fires, which
I-
isn't even the right thing.
I know. Oh, that was
You're
bad. Okay.
such a filthy
Scruffin, I am a pretty bad filthy casual. Scruffin, are veteran ship hands coming?
I don't know, but I really hope so. If any of you guys watching have not done all of the ship hands while leveling,
Yeah, do yourself a
please
favor.
do. Every
You get-
single one of them is amazing.
They're great, and then you get awesome rewards for doing them as
Yes,
well.
they are some of my absolute favorite content while leveling
Yeah.
my character on live. They are so good.
Yeah, definitely do them.
Got a question again on Twitter from Frozen Dragon. @Tony Ray was unable to watch the report. Twitch kept breaking on my cell phone. Will it be on YouTube later? Yes, Frozen Dragon. Frozen Dragon is actually the guy that made that beautiful thing back there. Oh, look at that. Booyah. Yes, we are going to be putting them on YouTube. We have all of our Nexus reports. That was the point I was trying to make. If you go to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/WildStar Online, we have all of our live streams, all of our videos, all of our trailers,
All
Dev
our
Speaks.
old videos that you've seen.
Oh my God. Let it go, man. Let it go. Just let it roll off the back.
All right.
Just roll off the
Nah,
back. See, I think it's funny. You're like, that guy.
Batman, dude. I don't get that angry about it. I just like to troll a little bit. That's all I'm doing. Jeez.
All of our Nexus report and the WildStar Weeklies are up on the YouTube channel. So definitely check those out there because there's a lot of good stuff.
So this is from Ponch.
Punch?
Ponch. It's
What'd
pretty
you call
good.
me?
Ponch. When can we expect to see Hugh Shelton for class discussion on the Nexus report? We can bring Hugh Shelton on. I think we have some plans in the coming weeks, and you'll see Hugh Shelton, I think.
For sure.
He's always happy to come on the show and kind of talk about stuff, and you two have beards, so that'll be cool.
You know, we are beardies. That's a new term, I think.
Beardies?
Beardies. One of my tweets uses that word, and I like it. Beardy. I'm a beardy.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll have him on there soon. It'll be we can talk about it, and then everybody can be like, "Why is this class OP?" And then the next person's gonna be like, "Why isn't this class OP?" And it'll be great.
Speaking of rude comments, Wizzy McNasty asks, "What made you think flip-flops and socks were okay to wear?"
Wizzy, it's because I have better fashion sense than you.
Damn!
What's up, Wizzy McNasty? Your name is kind of the best.
I know.
Yeah.
Wizzy McNasty.
Yeah, I'm Wizzy McNasty.
It's a good rap name. So this is from Battle Freak. When will we be able to vote for weapon or peacemaker? It was moving. When will we be able to vote for weapon or armor again? Rest in Peacemaker. Shout out to the designers who did that awesome sword.
Yeah.
I don't know that we'll be doing a contest like that soonish.
I just want the rest of those weapons.
I know, those are kind of badass. Like,
Yeah.
the
Beer
question is-
cannon,
the
the
beer
beer toaster
cannon, dude,
resonators.
yes.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll
I
make
forgot
those
about
at
the
some.
toaster.
Yeah, maybe we'll make those at some point in time. But I don't know that we'll be doing another voting thing for a while. There's not one in the cards, as they say. It's not in there.
In the hopper.
In the hopper, in the old chute.
I got a tweet from Jeremy on Twitter @Jardon @Tony Ray. Only you can take a bite out of crime while preventing forest fires. #Nexus report. That made me laugh. Thank you.
I like this person. They sent you a giant picture of a spider.
Thank you, Brett. I was going to try and avoid that, but Thomas Baldwin, yes, Thomas Baldwin is one of the people, as many people do every week that the Nexus report goes live, sends me horrifying pictures of spiders because they know
Take a look.
I freaking hate spiders. I want to set this laptop on fire. Stop that. Just stop that. It's disgusting, dude. I don't know why you're laughing. It's gross. They crawl and they lay eggs in your ear while you sleep. And it's disgusting. We got time for one last question.
Yep.
Yes. So P Man of War. Will you guys be upping the XP you get from dungeons at some point? A lot of people aren't playing the low-level non-event dungeons because they're claiming XP is too low. Hence, really long queues. Times.
Yes,
4
we are
DPS.
increasing the XP you get from dungeons. The loot table changes will also hopefully help, as well as those quests to clear each dungeon. When you get to them, those will give a whole bunch of XP and some sweet rewards as well. So we're trying to attack it from multiple angles, and hopefully that will help improve the queue times for you at low-level dungeons. However, when you get around that level, you can also just ask in zone or advice chat and stuff like that, and get groups that way. That's how I did all the dungeons when I was leveling, because I just asked for people in the zone. It's like, hey, who wants to do this? And a lot of times people would just totally join in.
An old school LFG,
Yes.
in fact, is what I would call
Yes.
that. So there we go.
Also, you said one more question, but we should ask this one too.
Well, okay, damn it. Shadow Blades has made an appearance, and Shadow Blades is actually going to make an appearance in just a minute for the fan art section.
I'll read the question.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Please do.
so this is
We need to
from
switch to the
Shadowblades.
Shadow Blades camera.
I need a fancy star wipe, please. Make sure it's
What?
it's fancy. I want fancy. Only fancy.
All right, here we go.
Hold on, we're preparing because I don't think
The
non-
question is already on the
And
screen.
go.
All right.
That was an amazing star wipe. I appreciate that. Brett, will we ever see a game show dungeon?
Shadowblades. Love your friend Shadowblades.
Love your friend Shadow Blades. That was perfect.
Yes, when the PTR's new build comes up, the next Veteran Dungeon is a game show run by the Protostar.
Hey.
That's more
Good
information. than
suggestion.
were
We made
going
it
to-
happen.
There it
Done.
is.
Thank you, Shadow
Aren't we
Blades.
fast at responding to player feedback?
Damn, the
Like he
devs
asked the
are
question and we have a
listening.
dungeon ready.
If only the
Well, I
a-holes
guess-
in HR were as effective as you.
Oh my god. Okay, we've got some. Oh, yeah. Dude, yes.
I'm lucky that I ducked when I did.
God.
That would have been straight in the eyeball.
Dude, these.
Damn you, Tyler! I'm merely Shadowblades, and I totally did not say the full curse word.
Oh, God. Shadowblades, relax. All right, we've got some fan art. We've got some in real life fan art. We've got, finally, what does Shadowblades look like? We're answering that question right now because it's time for my fake title entrance. Fan art from the community. Okay, now we're back after that beautiful title transition. We've got some fan art for you today. Our first one is from Apple Cider Mage. Apple Cider Mage, how adorable and cute is that?
That is like a Winnie the Pooh themed Orin.
That's true. That's true.
It's an Orin. I'm not gonna go anywhere with that because I forgot the guy that did the animations, the spoon one. There's a whole one with the guy.
My spoon is too.
Yeah, one of
That
his
one?
animations has someone like holding a balloon and floating around for a
yeah.
long time.
Yeah, I can't remember that.
Don Hertzfeldt.
Yeah.
Thank you.
There you go.
It reminds me of that.
Okay, now we've got a new piece from Joey Zalavalletta.
Oh, that looks pretty badass.
Yeah.
They're looking like they're going on some adventures in space.
In space.
You got Nexus in the background there.
Yeah, but which character is his?
All the above?
That's probably true.
Yeah, it's his alts.
Next piece is from Leonise. Oh, risque.
It's pretty like,
WildStar After Dark.
I don't like anything that you're saying right now. Animation's cool, but what you're doing right now is the worst. Stop it.
Ow! Why'd
Yes.
you shoot me for that?
Well done.
I was just making sultry music.
Don't
Okay,
do that again.
my throat hurts. This next
By
piece
the
from
way,
Low.
real quick before we leave this, if I had a warplane that I had from the 40s, I would totally slap that on the
Yes.
side.
Oh, dude, hell yes.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
My P-52 would get that.
Next piece is from Logan E. Davis. This piece is my new desktop background.
It's
no
great.
joke.
That is badass.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm not even a fan of the Dominion, but that is pretty damn awesome.
I am. I also like
Yes.
Desperado, which this looks a lot like.
Desperado.
That's not a song. But this looks
That is a song.
hardcore awesome. I love the fur detail on this. The rendering on
This
it
is really good.
is amazing.
Yeah,
So,
fantastic job, Logan E. Davis. Looking forward to more work. If it's anything like this, can you imagine if he did a series of all of that, like all the different classes holding their respective weapons up
That'd
like
be great.
That would be
Hint,
amazing.
Hint, hint.
Hint, Logan E. Davis. Let me tell you, you do that, there might be something in it for you because that would be amazing. I've got some real life fan art for you. First piece from Onres. Yes, this adorable hat, this Frostonite. It's so cute. If it gets any closer to Frost, Frost would die. So at the end of the show, I'm going to be putting it on his head. We've got some other awesome goodies. He made us coffee bags, not just coffee bags. We've got Exile Espresso and Dominion Dark Roast.
It smells
Look
lovely.
at that. See that?
That is not frosted.
There we go. Hey.
We also got some friggin' awesome patches.
Yes.
As
throw
I
those
call
up.
it, patch content.
Oh God, this is disgusting. Look at that. Look at that patch content.
Look at that patch content. And
Very
look,
cool.
Can stick it right here.
That's actually, that one is yours right there. That one
It
is
is.
yours. This one is for Jen Gordy. Very cool. And now for me, we got, let's see, Jeff Kurtnacker got the Exile Espresso. The Econ team got the Dominion Dark Roast. But I think, honestly, he was saving the best for me. Let's be real. Because for me, I get this adorable, this cute, this cuddly pink Rousdower.
It's another frostonite right there.
Sometimes when we touch, the hardest is too much. Okay.
don't-
It's adorable. Look at how cute this thing is. It's so soft. I love it. If I have a baby girl, and not that my wife is pregnant, but God, let's just stop what we're saying right now, because I need to knock on
I
wood.
don't even want to comment on this.
This is the first baby toy. This is what I'm trying to say. This is adorable.
Yeah.
This is very cute.
Totes adorbs.
Totes Adorbs. Thank you so much, Onres, for stopping by. When we weren't even here, and he stopped by and dropped off that little basket of goodies. So thank you so much. So nice of you. We have one last piece of fan art. It's a piece that I've been excited for. Like I said, Salty Okra answered the call, and finally we have an example of what Shadow Blades looks like. I present to you Shadow Blades!
Yes! I've been in my cubicle for far too long. I'm allotted at least 2 breaks a day and a lunch. And I frankly am tired of sitting in this area. This chair isn't even ergonomically sound. You can tell by my posture.
He's also a fan of Pink Chua.
Dude,
Very
I
nice
just
song.
devastated Tony, by the way. I just want to point that out. Absolutely wrecked.
That was funny. Oh, my
Dude.
stomach hurts.
So well done, because that's a great Shadow Blades. That's fantastic.
Yes,
I
that is
now-
really good.
I think that voice meets that character
Perfectly.
Yes.
So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna be posting that up on our Twitter account at WildStar. We'll be posting that on Twitter. I want you to take that image, and I want throughout the next week to get us submitted on Twitter at Tony Ray and at Stephen Frost. We're gonna be pulling images all week. Send us your best Shadow Blades meme. Okay, we want to make this a meme, and hashtag Shadow Blades, hashtag WildStar. Has to include those. Hashtag Shadow Blades, hashtag WildStar, and send us your best Shadow Blades meme. It could be about anything. It could be about WildStar. It could be about living life as an accountant at H&R Block, whatever. But definitely make this happen. We want to get as many as possible, and I'm going to be pulling the best for next week's Nexus report. Going to be exciting.
Right. Yeah. So I'm excited to hear what you guys got, because we're kind of funny, but I'm sure that there are plenty more people out there that are a lot
Plenty
funnier
more
than
people.
us.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
More creative.
For sure.
Thanks,
for
Brett.
Sure. Yes, definitely. Now, we've got one of my favorite moments of the show. It is time for the epic moment of the week. Thank you. Yeah, he got in that week. It is Enigma versus Omna and
Or Omna. Whatever.
Omna.
Yeah.
Omna.
Dreadphage Omnom.
Yeah.
Dreadphage Omnom.
Omnom.
Dreadphage Omnom. This is Enigma, and this was a world first right here. They defeated the Beast,
Yes.
and this was a world first. They had this video on lockdown until we could show it. They posted it on YouTube because I wasn't able to show it last week. But definitely excited to show it this week. Very cool.
So what, Brett, walk us through this. Like this stage of the fight.
This is like 8 minutes into the fight.
Yeah.
Because it is a long fight. It's the final fight of the dungeon. We definitely wanted to make it epic and have a lot of different phases and stuff like this. So this is basically sort of like the third phase of the fight, where for most of the fight, like you see Omna in the center there of the platforms, you're just fighting her. And then when she gets low, like right here, she splits, and it ends up being like 3 heads that suddenly the entire raid has to change their strategy almost on the fly, fight all 3 heads, split up, deal with them. Each one of them has basically the same abilities that Omna had, so you have to deal with them a lot more frequently. This is the phase where guilds like somewhat regularly can learn the first couple phases. Like it's sort of like iteration. There's a lot to deal with, but it's understandable and it's relatively straightforward to deal with. Whereas this part is where stuff just kind of goes insane, and you have to try and burn it as quickly as you can because you can't sustain it for very long.
That was some good taking right there. You saw that when they do that face slam, they basically led away from the whole group, so that the whole group didn't get hit with that, which is
because it will crush pretty much anyone that's not a tank.
Yeah.
And so there's one final phase after this, once they get the 3 heads down, where she will destroy all of these platforms and pop up in a big giant Omna form. We'll see that in a minute. So if you see so he just targeted one of the side heads and has very few HP. They keep cutting. So it has like 2% left, something like that. They share health, so like all 3 are gonna die at the same time. But once they get that down, it'll go to the final phase, and that one is intended as a straight burn down. So there it goes. Big, giant, scary Omna time. So now she is super giant sized. Does a super giant genetic torrent, and like one of the things of this phase is everyone is standing in the purple goop, and that's one of the main core mechanics of the fight. Is as you stand in this, you get stacks. Every stack you get increases the damage you take from anything, and also decreases your max health. So the longer and longer you're in the goop, the more and more damage you take, and the quicker and quicker you will die.
So it's literally do or die right now, because
Yes.
if you don't burn her down,
Yeah, you have about 60 seconds to live when you get to this phase, because everyone in the raid is getting ticked for damage. It will run your healers out of mana. You will take significantly more damage, but they got the kill, and congrats
you
to
can
them.
see right there.
It was very, very impressive. All of the guilds that have killed her, and even the guilds that are still working there, have been working their butts off. It's been very impressive.
Man, that I'm never gonna be able to do that. I don't think. That looked so intense, so intense. Well, congratulations, Enigma, on being the world first. Yes.
there it is.
Cheers
Well
all around. That was awesome.
That was
and
awesome.
It has
And-
brought
and-
us to our favorite time.
Well, it's also really quick before we get to favorite time. We still have Datascape, which is the 40-person raid
Yes.
for people to get into and get to. So keep working at it, guys.
9 more bosses, 13 more mini bosses, just a little bit farther to go.
No big
That's
deal.
all. Huh?
No big deal. 40 people needed.
God,
no big
man.
deal. That's fine.
That's intense. That's intense. So yeah, look forward to Dayscope. I can't wait until we're showing that video of a guild doing that.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
I think it'll be a while. So
Okay, so we are at the time where we do an impression off and send off the show. We say goodbye to you in an impression, and it is always Frost versus Tony, which usually means Tony walks away in shame.
yes. My
So
favorite
I
time.
look forward to that today. What is the impression that we're going to be doing? Mickey Mouse, I thought it was.
You said Mickey Mouse.
I did say Mickey
And I
Mouse.
said that was a Mickey Mouse response.
It's a good response. It's
I still think you guys should do the war plots guy.
the war plot. Oh, Fred Tatasciore.
Fred Tatasciore.
Yeah. So here's the other thing. I'd like to point out thank you to everybody who voted for Team Frost last week, despite the fact that I wasn't even here for the impression off and I won it.
I will
really,
rage
I
quit
couldn't
this
have done
show
it.
again.
I couldn't have done it without you. So I really appreciate.
See if there's any good suggestions,
We should
'cause
look
you
at
guys
chat
don't
and see
know.
what they're saying about
So-
impressions and stuff.
Yeah, Team Tony, thank you.
Oh,
Thank
there's
you,
Team
Zealot
Tonys.
Zetalix and X Crime,
Jack
XK
Nicholson.
Crime.
Well, anyway, look,
Alan
we
Rickman.
had heard Mickey Mouse. I think that's lame.
Peter Griffin.
That's not lame. We've already
Peter
done
Griffin,
Peter
we've
Griffin.
done
Yeah.
Peter
You've done it.
Griffin
You're
before.
very good at it. What about Jack Nicholson?
I feel, dude, here's the thing: we have there are trite impressions.
Did you already do Morgan
Oh,
Freeman?
don't you do this holier than thou?
I'm just
like,
saying, let's go with
high
something a
and
little
mighty.
bit more obscure. You know?
No one likes it.
A Lop impression would be unfair. Frost actually did the VO for the Lop.
Yeah,
in
that's
game.
that's
not
not even-
fair at
So-
all.
No, that, even I'm like, come on.
Omna, that would be a funny one.
Al Pacino. Okay, let's.
The impression should be time travel insulting Tony.
Done. Team Phony.
I'm going.
Antonio Banderas.
We need to pick
There's
something.
a Popeye.
We need to pick something.
There's a
Ooh, the
Nicolas
Lion
Cage.
King.
The Lion King.
Yeah, I don't know.
Michael
Literal
Jackson.
Lion King?
Like let's.
Patrick Stewart. Optimus Prime. Let's do Optimus Prime.
Oh,
Done.
not good. Oh, God. See,
Optimus Prime
so you're
is
just
dope.
going to pick the ones that you're good at, and I try to pick the ones I'm good at, and you're like, no, that's stupid. That's trite. Let's do Optimus Prime.
That's
So
an
you
awesome
you
voice.
you picked a children's cartoon and Frost replied with a children's cartoon,
Yeah.
but his is unfair.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is BS.
We'll do
No.
both. We'll do both.
Fine.
All right.
Do
So.
it. Optimus Prime. You
Okay,
go
he
first.
does Optimus Prime, you do Mickey Mouse, and they say which impression is better.
All right.
Okay, I like that.
Okay. Fair enough.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do
okay.
your Optimus Prime. Star Wipe. Oh, bro.
Sorry.
Hold. Were you just about to go without a Star Wipe?
Sam, we need to protect the Autobots. We've been here for far too long, and we need to keep them safe.
What do you think?
I think that was okay, but not better than
look,
my Mickey Mouse.
I don't
Roll
have-
the Star
whatever.
Wipe.
All right. Let's. Yeah.
Oh boy, some imagination, huh? Ha! Welcome everybody. This is the Nexus report. Oh boy, Frost can suck it. Ha! Some imagination. Don't shoot me. Don't shoot me. Come on. It was an impression. Mickey Mouse said it, not me.
We're gonna get sued.
No.
That's what's gonna happen.
No.
So.
No. Look, I'm seeing the replay of my face when I do Mickey Mouse. So you vote. Who did it better, Tony or Frost? Let's see some Team Tonys. I'm seeing a lot of Tony.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, dude.
Yeah.
21.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah!
So let me-
Thank you all so
I'd just
much.
like to point out that when you do an impression off, it's one thing that you do, not you do a better way, you do it better, whatever. No, it's fine. Bask in your crappy glow right now that you have.
I'm gonna give him Lion King too. It's the circle of life, and it's who's the song.
Don't stop. We're gonna get
Okay.
sued.
All right. Yeah.
You gotta
Probably.
stop
Probably.
singing Disney tunes.
No, they're gonna get real pissed. Thank you guys so much. We'll see you next week. We'll be back on Thursday for WildStar Weekly. Very excited to show you some awesome Path missions. We're gonna be doing all kinds of Path gameplay on Thursday at 11 a.m. right here on twitch.tv/WildStar. Don't forget, send us your Shadow Blades memes to @TonyRay and @StefanFrost. We want to see them, and we're going to feature the best ones next week on the live stream. We'll see you guys later this week. Adios. Thanks for watching. Team Tony.
I don't believe it.
Planet Nexus now lies before us.
We're approaching the Elven facility. Cambot 1, Cambot 2. You getting this?
Our work on this planet is something greater. It is something truly divine.
We shall reveal the ancient secrets of the Nexus.
Ever get a feeling something seriously wrong?
This is not good. Not good at all. By the gods, you are beautiful.
I will show you what true power is.
Soon all will become